The Pros and Cons of Being a Frog by deGennaro. Camille and I are quite different. Maybe that's why I like her so much. Camille loves math so much that some days she only talks in numbers. So far, I've worked out that 23 is a yes, and 17 is no. And when she starts singing her 6 times tables, I know it's time for a snack. When I first met Camille, I was dressed as a cat. Dodie would bark at me the whole way to school and the whole way back home again. It was more attention than I wanted. After watching Dodie chase me day in and day out for exactly 11 days, Camille called me over and whispered in my ear. She suggested I try another animal. Finding the right animal for me wasn't easy. It was Camille who finally gave me the idea of a frog. Frogs are not solitary creatures. I decided I needed a friend. Camille agreed to help. At first, we worked together well. Camille did the measuring and I did the sewing. But putting together her costume was taking a little longer than expected. Camille started singing her 6 times table. I was getting confused with the measurements. Camille just wouldn't stand still. She sang her 6 times tables louder and louder. Suddenly, and without thinking, I shouted. Stop wriggling! Camille picked up her bag and her stopwatch and went home. Without Camille, I felt alone. I decided to write a list. The pros and cons of being a frog. Pros. My friend Camille gave me the idea. 2. I'm less likely to be chased by a dog. 3. Being in a frog costume makes me feel brave. Cons. Number 1. Not everyone loves wearing a frog costume as much as I do. 2. If you start getting bossy about your frog costume, then your friend will get up and leave. 3. A frog is not a solitary creature, so it's no fun for a frog if his friend gets up and leaves. I went to find Camille to say sorry. Everywhere I looked, all I could see were numbers, but no Camille. Just as I was about to give up, I heard a sound coming toward me. Flip, flop, flip, flap, flip, flap. I'm sorry, I said. Camille and I are quite different. That's why I love her so much.